Yes, good evening, brothers and sisters. God bless every one of you. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. God bless all my fans and followers all over the world. Like and comment. Go to Facebook, like and comment. YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ogile TV on YouTube. Don't hesitate to do that, my brothers and sisters. God bless you. As you do it, God will bless you. God will bless you. God will bless you. Don't hesitate to super chat me, please. You don't tell when I don't see super chat me. Today I will ask for super chat too. Me, I know the shame put. I will ask. So go and like my video and share my video. Thumbs up the video. Like and share, like and share. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Don't hesitate to like my video. God bless you. As you share my video, as you like my video. Yeah, from Houston, Texas. God bless you, my brother. You are welcome to the show. Emmanuel. Yes, so brother, make you super chat me. Super chat dey there. When I see super chat me, there is a donation that is going on, Mr. Emmanuel. I think you need to join us because there is a man in Nigeria called Timothy Osenege. We are trying to buy laptop and telephone for him. I beg. I'll pin the account number for comment section today. I beg. Nothing is too big. I make una see the super chat me. God bless you, my brother. God bless you as you like my video and share my video. Don't hesitate to do that. Like my video and share my video. Like and share, like and share. Let me share my video first and foremost before anything. Before we go ahead to talk am as e dey be o. Like and share, like and share. Yeah. God bless you, my brother. You Bertie. I see you. Go and subscribe to my YouTube, Ogile TV or YouTube. Go and subscribe. Don't hesitate to do that, please. Subscribe. Just press the subscribe button. As you do that, God will bless you. Yeah, first and foremost, I want to appreciate the governor of Edo State. There is one of my brother, Mr. Iyasu Udo, Mr. Terminator. God bless you, my brother. I'm really happy for you for the new appointment that the governor have given to you. God bless you. Yes, so I will celebrate you, my brother. Like my video and share my video. Always thumbs up my video. Like it. Let me share my video first. Let me do the sharing. Make una see the share from that side, I beg. Help me to share this video. Let the video go around. Like and share. As you share my video, God will bless you. Share, 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 share. Before my guests will come and join us. Go ahead and share my video. Go ahead and share my video. Share, 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 share. Like and share, like and share. This is Ogele TV on YouTube. Go and subscribe, my brother. Don't hesitate to subscribe. Do that. Don't hesitate to do that, my brother. I'm having a guest. It's coming on the way. Mr. Chris is on the way coming. He's going to join us very soon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you subscribe, God will bless you. Subscribe, subscribe. Follow my page, like my video, share, super chat me. Make una see the super chat me. Oh, it's there already. Just super chat me. Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. To support these brokers, as you do that, God will bless you. Like and share, like and share, like and share. I'm not seeing enough comment here. Oh. I want to see first super chat today before we go ahead. Before we start this program today, I want somebody to super chat me. I want somebody to surprise me on this platform today. It's long. As you surprise me today, God will still surprise you. I always pray for all my followers, all my fans. Surprise me so that God can surprise you also. Super chat me, just did there, just super chat. At least some platform, people they super chat $100, $50. While they buy your amen, I see nothing can put for me, my brother. You guys are equal to the task. I know. Make una the super chat me, I beg. Like and share, like and share. Like the video and share the video. Go and subscribe to my YouTube. Like the video and share the video. Don't hesitate to like my video and share my video. As you do that, God will bless you. Follow my page, subscribe, like the video, thumbs up the video. As you do that, God will bless you. Don't hesitate to do that. Don't hesitate. Yeah, power to God bless you, my brother. You are welcome to the show. First super chat today. I need a super chat on this program today. Please, brothers and sisters, I want a super chat here. As you super chat me, as you contribute to our brother, Mr. Timothy Osemige, God will bless you. First and foremost, before I go ahead, let me go and pick the account number there. That my brother, Mr. Sam Agbons, that promised brother Chris the other day, I beg. Brother Chris say never see anything, no say that data the guy they use to bring somebody to live video on YouTube from Nigeria. Now be small data, we they do our best. I beg make una say they support me. Now make I beg una say make una they super chat me. At the end of the month, if we still get something, I go see share with them. Because see they buy data for their phone. We know as Nigeria be, say Nigeria hard. Nowhere easy, but it is well. Yeah, Mr. Chris, you are welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. God bless you. How was your day?
Well, thank God everything went well.
How is the weather around? Is the weather friendly now?
It is just normal, moderate weather, just that the environment is hazy somehow.
Okay. What about the situation of electricity? Is there any improvement?
Electricity is there, but the issue is that it's only meant for the rich, no longer for the poor.
You don't mean it?
What I'm saying, I confirm for those who are within the city center and those who are probably whose house have been metered. It's no longer a child's play, you don't play with it.
Yeah.
That's the country we find ourselves.
A country where citizens cannot afford electricity. But the electricity is not frequent. Do you mean that the electricity is regular?
The electricity is, let me say, is almost 24 hours now. But the problem is the ordinary man on the street can no longer make use of light. There is light, people cannot put on their appliances. When people are leaving their home, they make sure the meter is diffused to prevent unnecessary use of the meter, or probably they don't just want the meter to be on. And there has been a lot of whole issue. The BEDC, they are solely concerned about how much they can put into their pockets. But there have been a whole lot of issues surrounding it. You can imagine a house of 4 flats now, you should know the house they call 4 flats. Now, probably one single meter is put on that house. You see tenants, they start fighting themselves. One would have expected that if they actually mean well for the people, let each of the room be metered if need be. But with the way they are doing it, you know, the rich, they can't speak. The reason why they can't speak, they are the one who probably the government is financing their pockets. So what affect the ordinary man on the street is none of their business. I'm also a victim. I know what I spent. I know what I put into the system. But I just thank God for the kind of wife I'm married to. She has been the one that has been consoling me. She has been the one that has been encouraging me. Probably you would have heard that maybe something is going on. Thank God, there's always a way out when a situation like this arises. We just thank God for everything. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. It has been a very huge problem on the part of the people. You can't do business with electricity anymore. I said, look, if you encourage the government to continue with this tariff, the government just brought in now, production will increase and we will all collectively pay for it. While the market will be slow, cost of production will go high. The man who used to buy, let me say 2 tons of a certain product now, he can no longer buy half. Automatically, the product will be slow in the market. Sometimes the company can, some of their workers, they can relieve them of their job opportunity. So the government does not put certain things into consideration. When they hear something like this is working out in Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, and the rest of them, the government of Nigeria want to follow suit immediately. But the Nigerian government will never think of the unemployed people. And even the people who are being employed, how much are they paying them? It's a peanut. It's a peanut. It's a peanut. It's a shame. Nigeria, it's a shame.
Yeah, that one is not the topic of today, my brother. God bless you. I know the electricity. I have some friends in Nigeria now today. They are telling me, they say it's continuous off and on. If you don't have a generator, you are on your own. When you are coming to Africa, you must have a standby generator. And you must be ready to buy fuel. So, nice to see you, Mr. Steve. The account number is there. I'm begging you. Super chat me or support our brother, Mr. Timothy Osenigi. The account number is there, sir. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too small. You are my leader. You are my father. You are my bros. Do that. Let's support everybody in this platform. You see, Brother Chris now, all the way from Nigeria, the money we take, they buy that time. Only God knows we take the raise them. At least as you support this platform, we'll be bringing more people. Data is very expensive in Nigeria, especially when they are live with you. If you like, you put 5,000, then I don't finish. I've been there. I know how it works. Please, let's support them. Make sure they get encouragement to continue to join me for this platform. We need to encourage our people. And this is election is coming now. We have a lot of things to do so that we can have a better Nigeria. So because when we have a better Nigeria, we can all decide one day say we are going home. That's my advocacy to every Nigerian. We're not going to use here to make a permanent home. Our children can live their life here, but we that came from Africa, we still have a home. We must have that thinking that we can never forget home. There is an adage in Benin, me, I will not be a party that will forget my country. I will not be a party to it. So please, let's support our brothers that always come. Some of my panelists, especially Brother Chris, when you have anything, when it comes to data, just tell me to pin the account number there. I will do so. Whatever you give to him, God will bless you. My brother, Mr. Sam Agbons, that said he want to give him something the other day. Chris, have you received any alert? Have you received anything from? Because the other last
no,
time
no,
we had a broadcast.
No.
Okay.
No, I've not received anything.
So my brother that promised him the other day, I pinned the account number on the comment section. Please do something. As you do it, God will bless you. Because he's a family man. He creates time to come and join us. At least we will see the support him, the little we can do. I'm not forcing anybody, but at least we will see the support each other. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too small. I know say this today is my platform, now the platform of Saga, where all those women they fool. Even if I ask of 1 million, nah, they go put on there, but I'm not a party to that. I just want a better government, a better society. We deserve it because we have what it takes to live a better life as a Nigerian. And it's our right to do so. Whatever we have in life today, we can use it to support that. You see, our leaders, we are saying leaders. For me, we don't have leaders in Nigeria. We have rulers. They are all rulers. Because if they are leaders are supposed to have visions. Most of them, they have no vision. Vision of leadership is not there with them. We should not deceive ourselves. That is why we still find ourselves where we are today. Nigeria is not growing. The country is not moving forward. Nothing is working in the society. An election is coming again. One man said he wants to contest again. After giving him 4 years mandate, we could not achieve anything in his government. These are the things I'm going to tell Nigeria today. Before we do that, my brother, let's go ahead and see what Donald Trump said about Nigeria. And there's another video that I'm going to show. It's 2 videos I'm going to show today. As you listen, you are blessed.
Are gathering, and he made it clear that thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Listening to him, I believe by now Tinubu should have known that he has failed.
And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians. We've hit them very hard. They've killed thousands and thousands of Christians. What's that all about?
Also, a U.S. lawmaker has condemned the reported abduction of more than 100 Christian worshippers in Kaduna, describing the incident as deeply disturbing. Republican Representative Riley Moore said the attack on 3 churches highlights what he called a growing threat to Christian communities in Nigeria. Writing on social media, Moore urged Nigerian authorities to do more to protect vulnerable worshippers and to secure the swift and safe release of those abducted. He called on the government to take stronger action against armed groups blamed for the repeated attacks on religious communities, stressing the need for improved security and accountability amid ongoing violence in parts of the country.
That happened where the attack happened, and he made it clear to us that he made it clear to us on camera, which we are going to make public, which we are going to share as soon as we settle down. Made it clear to us that currently a 163 persons of that community are currently on custody, and of course that a lot of people have made up their mind to vacate the community because the government is giving a false clarity on the issue. The government is saying that no such thing has happened. They are threatening media organizations for reporting it, and that they don't have any hope, and that they have lost interest. But that will be provided as soon as we were able to send out those videos.
All right, Emmanuel, there are so many areas to this story, and of course, I'm going to ask you about the authorities' response, but I wanted to also clarify something. There were earlier reports that said, from the police, quoting the police, that said access to that community was restricted due to bad roads and internet connection. What can you tell us about that? Are the roads as terrible as we're made to believe? Is internet access really poor? Are the people not having mobile phones and stuff like that?
Hundreds of those people are having mobile phones. Hundreds of them are having mobile phones. The community is just 5 kilometers away from the Kaduna expressway. The total distance from that community to the city center is a total of, I calculated, it's a total of 76.8 kilometers. So police, the total of police were there. We had access. The road is motorable, although it's not tarred at all, but it's motorable. It's not that hard to reach according to what is reported. Because a lot of people had access to it. We had access to it. We have a lot of videos evidence to show about it. It's motorable. Cars are able to pass. You visibly see wheels, you visibly see cars going in and coming out. Bikes are going and coming out. It's not that hard to reach. It's something that the government owe a lot of explanation for the people, because we have seen it clearly. The only issue we had is that in the morning, early hours of today, their access to the road were blocked. Nobody was given access, and if you dare come to that place, you'll be subjected to a lot of interrogation.
Okay, now, Emmanuel, in light of this investigation you have done with other journalists to that community, it's been a couple of hours. Has security agencies said anything in response, perhaps to rescind their earlier position? Or has the state government acknowledged that this event occurred in the first instance?
I will post it right there, my brother. Good evening, brothers and sisters all over the world, all Ogile fans. God bless every one of you. I greet my panelists. Mr. Israel is on board. Mr. Chris, God bless every one of you. Before I will give you the floor, my brothers and sisters, it's a shocking moment in Nigeria. Nigeria is now becoming a place of where the leaders or the rulers, I don't know what they call themselves, joke with the life of the citizens of Nigeria. You know, I always use this word, Nigeria, we are docile people in our country. Most of us, our brain is not functioning anymore. You see, a country where the security forces, who is to protect life and property, those worshippers that was kidnapped in Kaduna, do you know Nigeria police was denying it before? They denied it. They went ahead and debunked it that is a lie. There was no kidnapping. Later on, 11 of them escaped. I think now in about 68, 168 is still with the kidnappers. You see, the country we call Nigeria is like a film. It's like a television, even television on my clear. Nigeria should stop deceiving themselves. This man you guys are clamoring for now, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has no vision of leadership, who cannot protect you. I'm sorry for Nigerians who still campaign for this man. I don't know what they are going to give to you that is going to change your life, that is going to change, that is going to make you to be successful in life. Do you know what they are doing to you guys? They use you to do the dirty job because of the life of their family. Because the dirty job you are doing for them is not going to favor you. It's just the money, the peanut they will give to you that will make you yourself to useless the destinies of your unborn children. Now, those people are in captive now. You see, we are going to beg President J. Trump of America. Stop. Make una thank President of America join this video. Make una share and go White House. Share it to White House. Let this man see it. We need America intervention in Nigeria. Our leaders, our security, they are jokers. They cannot fight these people. These people are more than them. They are well equipped more than them. Tinubu is playing politics with the life of Nigerians. He does not care. He wants to be president for 8 years. Whether 5,000 Nigerians buy today, Tinubu does not care. All what the man cares about, how he's going to grab the power. The power they have given to you now, whether Nigeria give it to you or you bring yourself into power, nothing to offer, nothing to show for it. My brothers and sisters, it's really pathetic situation in Nigeria. We are going to beg America. Some docile Nigeria was talking about useless resources, that America is showing interest because of our oil. What has that oil given to you as a Nigerian? What have you benefited as a Nigerian? Tell me. Nothing you have benefited. These men, they are using your destiny, using your future. What God has given to all of us. Some few individuals, they are sharing it between themselves. Tinubu is only Afghanistan that Tinubu have not went to borrow money. We are still talking about infrastructure in Nigeria today. Still don't know that the community they are saying now, they said the road is not good. But in the election time, they will try there to go and campaign and to go and deceive our parents to vote for them. Because why? They don't believe that they are human beings. But all what they want, they just want that power. It's time Nigerians to wake up from their slumber. Because why? We that is advocating for you guys that we live in a society where there is life is being protected. Yes. I'm not saying there's no crime here, but you can't compare it with the one in Africa. Somebody can wake up this morning, it's not going to be found. People don't use human beings to make money. They now hold people ransom. Some of the family, they cannot even afford 1 square meal. You are telling them to go and pay 50 million. Tell me how many minister children, how many governor children they have kidnapped in Nigeria because they have the security. But you ordinary one in the system, you ordinary citizens in the street that we are advising, always focus on the right person to elect into the office. Because of the peanut they will give to you that will never make way for you in your life, you will change your mindset. The same Nigeria you guys' life is at stake now. Some of you is still telling this APC leader that we are going to support you. On what ground? Tell me. Does it merit it? Tell me the kind of life they have given to you guys, Nigerians. Please wake up from your slumber. We still want American intervention. We are just joking. Nigerian military cannot do anything. These bandits have run the whole country. They have run everywhere. So, my brothers and sisters, I am going to beg Nigerians. Election is coming. Open your eye. You people say you are smart. Don't allow these politicians to be deceiving you guys. They have nothing to offer. So, Mr. Chris, I will start from you. You have heard what you're saying. What is your take on the matter? A country where now security men are not denied when when people are being kidnapped, police is not saying nobody was kidnapped. Later on, they now say, okay, yes, people were being kidnapped. What is your take on the issue of Nigeria? Of the issue of Nigeria? What is your take on this matter, my brother?
You see, in every system of government that come into play, they must surely have advantage and disadvantage. What is playing out in Nigeria today are some of the disadvantage of democracy when you compare to other system of government. And above all, if you are privileged to be close to some institution in Nigeria, you now discover that people believe in their secret court more than a constituted authority. Nigeria, I'm telling you. We used to have CID of those days. You can remember we used to have CID.
Yeah.
When there is an arrest or emergency in certain area, CID, they are being sent either to the university, anywhere in any part of the country. They tactically go do their investigation. Within the shortest space of time, those criminals, they will be fished out immediately. But today you have DSS, you have all kinds of security agents, and crime is still on the increase in Nigeria. The reason is that our security forces, they are play politics while they are not supposed to play politics. You can imagine an army officer, according to Shogure, he said Nigeria is the only country a man become a general even without fighting war, without going to Afghanistan, without going to Israel, without going to Moscow to go and fight, without going to the Middle East to go and fight. Suddenly he's hanging the rank of a major general. So it called for a lot of questioning. I think Nigeria government have a lot to do until the government of Nigeria separate politicians from the Nigerian armed forces. The Nigerian security agent, they will never do what is right. Let me tell you, do you know on election day, some of the security, they belong to a political party. You see a man maybe retiring from a certain office today. You see him tomorrow, he's joining the ruling party. What that means is that he was already in the ruling party, supporting the ruling party. As he's leaving the office, he's contesting a very big office. He's contesting a very big office. That is to tell you that he was not actually doing the job he was supposed to do. Rather, he was busy, fraternizing with the politicians. That is Nigeria for you. In Nigeria today, some of these security agents, it's like when you have unrest in some of the high institutions today, in our universities today, the government have not been able to arrest the situation. Now you ask me, how can they arrest the situation? When government always talk about courtesy in the higher institution. What stop the government from sending police, the army, navy? They can go on the course. It can be a diploma program. It can be a part-time program. Let them remain within the state for a period of time and find out who are those responsible. And even if they do go there, the people that is being sent there, they also belong to the secret court. The people that are going to meet, they also belong to the secret court. At the end of the day, the reason why they are being sent there is always defeated. That is Nigeria for you. You see, most of these things, they will never tell you. They will never tell you. When you go to the health sector, they are there. When you go to defense, they are there. When you go to the banks, they are there. They are everywhere. In the post office, in the marketplace, they are there. That is why the government have not been able to fight some of this nonsense. Because those who are saddled with that responsibility, they also belong. At the end of the day, the ordinary man on the streets will always pay the price of the foolishness of our leaders. You see the way the country is being run today. When I was growing up as a child, I was never taught in the Bible that someone can be kidnapped and someone will come and pay on behalf of that individual before that individual is released. It was never documented in the Bible. It was not documented in Quran. But today, it has become a daily life. It has become a norm. It has become a situation that people are trying to cope with because the government is failing by the day. You see, whenever a campaign is on or whenever they are campaigning for a new office or whatever, have you seen any of the aspirants that will tell you, I'm going to fight insecurity? They will never tell you. What they will always tell you is out of what they're supposed to tell you. Now, use your own state, for example. If you ask your governor to come and elaborate on the manifesto of the political party he belongs to for the next 15 minutes, I am telling you the governor will goof. When you call the president, come and elaborate on your party manifesto for the next 15 minutes, the president will goof. That is to say, they don't have a purpose, they don't have a mission, and they don't have a vision. That is where Nigeria is still where it is today. The people are crying. The masses are dying. It is nobody's business. When you see a public officer, a politician, probably is traveling from Benin to Saple or Benin to Urumienipa, if you look at the security that is attached to him, but if we fix our society security-wise, You don't need some of these things. You don't need them. I see them as an embarrassment. You can quietly, maybe as a commissioner, you can quietly just walk down to any of the commercial transport going to Lagos. Just take a normal bus. You go to Lagos without even introducing yourself. But today, when they are on a trip, you see the police going alongside with them. You now ask yourself, are we at war? Even in Gaza, Afghanistan, Yemen, and the rest of them, they don't go with the kind of security force that just are going with. The security that is supposed to protect lives and property, they are with the VIPs. They are with the VIPs. It doesn't concern them. Even if the masses, they are dying, they are perishing on the street, it's nobody's business. We saw what happened on the street. I wouldn't want to mention the probably some group of boys that they might just handpick some person. We are going to kill you. You will say that they will be dragging them on the street. You will not see any security that will tell them, stop. What are you doing? But a cable, a high tension cable fell down in my area. I called an electrician. I said, please raise this thing away from this thing. We kill you. People are always doing business around this place. I don't want this to happen close to my house. Do you know police came? Police demanded for the sum of 50,000 naira. 50,000. I am saying this now. It's in one of the police stations in Benin here. It's in one of the police, and I told them I'm going to put present on the social media. They demanded for 50,000, and I asked them, why are you demanding for 50,000? What I'm doing is not illegal. I'm only trying to save life. The police keep demanding. Even the IPO, the DPO, was trying to manipulate because the money was going to flow back to his pocket. You can see how corrupt Nigeria is. So when you have a situation like this, where sometimes we need to speak so that the people who probably are not informed, they have some information. But for those who already are addicted to the system, so be it. We flow alongside. The only thing, the situation in Nigeria today, when you are on the trip, you have to be very careful. If you are not going out, remain in your house. No part of the country is safe today, whether in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west. It's not safe. When the president is on the trip, you see the whole place is cold. The whole place is tight, security tight. The reason that just only one individual is coming, but they don't care about the people. There was a time, I think it was flood. You know, there's a rain that normally fall at a particular time of the year. You see the flood coming down Niger Delta, you know, it affected a certain community. I saw former President Goodluck Jonathan. He wore long sleeve, even faded long sleeve. He came down with helicopter. It was an emergency situation. He came down. That is a leader. He wants to share the burden of the people. Unlike what we have today, we no longer see people who care. Now, election year is coming now. You see politicians, the people who voted for them 4 years ago, they are still farmers who their life has not improved. They will come and rely to them again. They will lie to them again. They will tell you, don't worry, we will do something for you. They will give them 10 naira. When they are coming, they will buy bread. At the end of before the election, they come and give them 5,000 naira. But the question we need to ask ourselves, schools just resume now. Parents are paying with their nose now. You have to pay your children's school fees, you have to pay your rentage, you have to pay for your business center, and the whole of the day. The big parents, they are dried up now. Is there any way government is giving palliative? Is there any way government is trying to take off their burden? There is no way. Is there any individual who can walk to the bank? Please, my children, they are in school. I need a soft law of XYZ amount of money. There is no way. What this government is just solely concerned, how do we win election? Whether good or bad, either by crook or by hook, we want to win this election. We want to capture this. We will capture Edo State. We will capture any state. That is what they are saying. But the problem we have is the judiciary and the INEC. The people, they are wise. They are wise. My small unit, somebody just told me, say, if I brought 1 million, 1 million is in my boot. A very nearby house will be busy sharing the money there. But do you know some person, even when they collected the money, they still voted their conscience. But 1 million is not enough to attract a project that can transform the life of the people. But our people have not been able to realize the damage they are doing to themselves. The worst school in Benin today, the worst private school in Benin today, the lowest private school in Benin today, you pay nothing less than 50,000, 40,000. That's the lowest. That's probably they don't have check. That is the amount of money you pay. Now, how can a parent who know that I'm going to pay such amount of money, that you will foolishly accept just 5,000 naira from a man who will not greet you, even while it's raining or when he's driving past? Politicians are not people you associate with. They don't have the fear of God. They don't care about the people. I see some people, they say they want to contest election. Sometimes you don't look at, you see, they will say you get PhD, now lawyer, now engineer. These are nonsense. It has not to do with your moral behavior. I have some person who were privileged to, occupy certain office, well-read, highly educated, but their character is just like that of a wheelbarrow pusher on the streets. Their moral upbringing are zero. Then you want people like that to lead a country. During the days of independence, those who led this country, they never had PhD. They never had PhD, but they were able to pilot the affairs of the state successfully. Before Awo gave his region free education, Awo was not a PhD holder. Yes, I know he was an educated man.
Chris, let me respond to this comment. Osaide God sent. Is it God sent foundation? I want to know, is it Dion? He said military is the best. Not that military is the best. No, we are saying we love civilian government. But the problem of the civilian government we are having in Nigeria, they are all corrupt leaders. Even the military you are saying, today the Nigerian military it has been attacked. They are all corrupt. So we don't know where to go. I'm confused about Nigeria, for me particularly. But when I see some news coming out from that country, I will say, are people still living there? These people still support these leaders? Huh? People that doesn't have dream for you. You guys does not think twice. Nigeria have right to defend their vote. If they are really, if they want change, they have every right to defend their vote. Nigeria has seen the problem. We will not exempt Nigeria out of this problem, out of this mess.
Exactly.
We contribute a lot. We contribute a lot because we are giving them the power and the authority to do whatever they want to do. We are the people. The people is the one that decide who's going to rule them. Not you. Not you. But Nigeria, nobody want to die, but everybody want to go to heaven. That is a country where everybody want to become a millionaire. Yes. People are creating other different means, both in dubious way, beheading human beings or human sacrifice, do a lot of atrocity. A country where children, 15 years old boy, they will just want to buy a big car and start spraying money in the street. You don't ask him where does he get that money. A lot of things is happening in that country. A lot of things. Huh? So my people, Mr. Chris, wrap it up so that Israel can go ahead, sir.
The man who said military system of government, you wouldn't blame him. Don't blame him. He made a brilliant submission, wonderful submission. The West that brought in democracy, they are the problem of Africa. Now, North Korea, I don't care the kind of government, the kind of system of government they operate there. It is the kind of leadership they want. That is what they operate there. The Chinese, they have their system of government. The West, they have their system of government. But for Africa, I don't think democracy is meant for civilized people. Democracy always thrives in a society where people are educated and enlightened. Unlike what you have here. Look at the days of the military in Nigeria. All the military intelligent people. Look at their history. Yes, they were perfect. Compare them to the present government we are seeing today. Now, the infrastructure, the so-called infrastructure we are celebrating in Nigeria today, they are old and they were built by the military. Is it Third Miller Bridge? Name it. Is it Third Miller Bridge? They were built by the military. Abuja was built by military. Name them. They were all built by the military. So what can you today categorically tag to the politician? There is nothing. What the only thing they are giving Nigeria today is insecurity. That is the only thing they are giving Nigeria. The late General Sani Abacha once told Nigeria, he said, when terrorism lasts for 24 hours, the government of the day should be asked a question. And that is the situation Nigeria is facing today. If I may ask, if General Sani Abacha were to be alive, do you think local terrorism can prevail under his administration? The answer is no. He wouldn't accept it. He's a ruthless leader. That is the kind of leadership Nigeria wants. That is the kind of leader Nigeria wants. Democracy is meant for civilized people, not the kind of people we have in this country today. A man is amassing wealth, nobody's asking where are you getting the money from. A man whose annual salary is not up to 1 million is a politician. He's going to a certain religious center and donate 2 million. And nobody's asking where are you getting the money from. You want to tell me there is no DSS within the church premises? You want to tell me that there is no DSS within the Muslim within the mosque premises? The whole of them will keep quiet because on the long run, the whole of them have a meeting point. On the long run, they are all collectively destroying the country. That is Nigeria for you. A country where headquarters can just wake and sleep and just say we are on strike. The government would ask them, why are you going on strike? You can't go on strike. The government is not interested who is going to be affected. There is a former commissioner in this state under Lucky Gbededion. That commissioner died because of, let me say, a drug worth about, let me say, about 2,000 naira then. He is a pharmacist, he is a lawyer, but he just felt that that thing was meant for the poor man, that he don't need to be stuck there. But unfortunately, he became a victim. They just need something of about 2,000 or even less than 2,000 as at that time to revive him. The drug was not available and he lost his life. May his soul rest in peace. That is the kind of country we are today. A country where government does not care about the problems of the people. You can't travel. You can't travel outside the city center. Within Ring Road, New Benin, Akpakpaba, and the rest of it. That is the only place you can travel freely. When you go beyond that, maybe after most of this bypass, you are in problem. You need a security personnel that will guide you through. And if the security, they are not too well prepared, they can be overrun and something will happen to them alongside. So Nigeria government, I think they need to do more. The take-up of our security personnel is not enough. And the training they have is still not enough. Sometimes you see some of our security men on the highway try to manage some security situation. You look at their attitude, you ask yourself, a man who is probably going to protect another man shouldn't look like this. Shouldn't look like this. Because they are not well fed, they are not well taken care of. When you go to the street on Monday, sometimes most of the children you see on the street, they also came from some of the security personnel. Their parents can't send them to school. Their salary cannot pay their bills. So at the end of the day, their children, they are out there on the streets. It is nobody's business. Monday is a normal working day. It's a normal day for every children to be in the classroom. When you go to the city center, you see children, they are littered on the street. The government have never deemed it fit to ask questions, why are these children on the streets? Can't we do something about it? Nigeria, they are very good in telling you that we have PhD, we have SSC, we have GC, we have WAEC. When it comes to practical, now zero. There was a man in Midwest that he called him, he asked a brilliant question. I don't know his qualification. He said the job that is currently going on somewhere around Ramat Park today. Can the government or commissioner for works, can he be so bold and tell the people the number of trips of granite that have been deposited there, the number of cement they have used there, the material they so far, can he come down and explain to the people? The answer is no. He can't. Because what they are doing, probably a Mahu school in 1980 with his PhD, with whatever, he has never wanted to attend this seminar. He has never wanted to look for a place to upgrade. That man is still telling that he's having PhD. That one is nonsense. It's nonsense. If you are a pilot and you don't fly within the period of time, your certificate have expired. Your certificate have expired. You see today people who call themselves, some of them they are lawyers, some of them they are medical doctors, they can't practice because the ritual money they are collecting, the money where they are supposed to work professionally, they can no longer do it. So what they are so concerned is how much can they make dubiously into their pocket. Whether a man is dying or a child is dying, it's none of their business. It's none of their business. So Nigeria have a long way to go. When that man that asked question that democracy does not, democracy is not, it's not supposed to be in Africa. The kind of government their forefather was practicing, that is the kind of government they are supposed to be practicing. When you see a man who comes from a Western country, whether he's just a primary six dropout or when he behaves, sometimes you look at it that this person is not within the locality because the place he has stayed for a period of time is trying to adapt to the culture, is trying to adapt to their way of life over there. When he comes here, he becomes a different person entirely. So Nigeria government, I think they need to wake up. Nigeria government, they are like a sleeping child. They are still sleeping and they go to sleep till Christ come. I think that is all I can say for now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. God bless you. Mr. Israel, can you unmute yourself, sir? before you go ahead.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Always like the video, thumbs up the video. Always like it. There is an account number pin here, my brother. That one for our brother Timothy. Very soon I will close the account. Whatever you have, put it there. And our brother is here, brother Chris. Please, whatever you want to use to support him for data in Nigeria, just write a comment. I will pin the account number here. Please don't hesitate to do that. That our brother that promised him the other day. Please fulfill your promise. You are beg. I know say God will bless you. You will fulfill your promise in Jesus' name. Amen. Mr. Israel, all what we have been saying since, what is your take on the situation of Nigeria when it comes to insecurity now?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the viewers, and thank you for inviting me, Mr. Ogele. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Thank you. You are so, how do I put it? Very energetic, and you want to show your passion for your country. And thank you for your great service.
Thank you so
Let
much.
me, and also to the viewers, please share this video, because this platform is doing enough for you. It's not easy to bring in likewise mind to come and speak, and it's not easy to be speaking. And for such people like Mr. Chris, who is now talking to you from Nigeria, has a lot, using data, and also, there's no electricity and things like that. We should all try to support people like this. And I'm going to break it one by one, because I was actually listening to Mr. Chris. He started with electricity. You asked him all about the electricity in Nigeria. Yeah. And he told you that it is not actually good. Now, the problem we have is that we have people who call themselves leaders who do not understand how things work and how they could place their policies. Now, according to the Guardian newspaper, do you know that, according to the Vanguard newspapers, do you know the Tinubu administration raised the tariff? So from then, the tariff was about 6 naira per kilowatt. So he raised it to about 230 to 300%. You can verify it from the source. Now, that's what I'm telling you. FG, this is according to the Vanguard, because this is how I download my thing. When you tell the topic, you break it down and see where the sources are coming from. Now, according to the Vanguard newspaper, this was in April 2024. FG hiked tariff from 1.9 million electricity customer by 230 to 225 naira per kilowatt. Do you understand that? So he took it from 68 naira per kilowatt to 225, without even factoring in many things that Nigerians, some of them, at that time, the insecurity was very high. Now, how are these people going to pay and then give you back this money? You see, this is the reason why we start telling Nigerians. And this increase also, so it varies. They now have band A, band B, band C. He said that Nigerian could not be able to subsidize an estimate of 2.9 trillion annually are no longer sustainable. Did you hear that? So in now rising the increase that the rising natural gas price needed for DISCO to maintain infrastructure were also cited in that Vanguard newspaper. But here is the point. According to the Vanguard, same Vanguard, under the Tinubu's administration, even if he has increased the tariff 12 times, it's now the 13th time the national grid has collapsed in his administration. The same people who are increasing the tariff, 13 times the national grid has collapsed. That can also hamper our national security. Number 3, if you can see that there is a problem here, that most of these people, you hike their tariff. Now, Mr. Chris now has paid his own, electricity. Is he getting what he has actually paid for? The answer is no. So which means it's a broad daylight fraud. Nigerians, open your ear. That's why I always tell you, it is not by church or church. It's not propaganda. These are facts. How can you be paying something that you are not being given? Is that not a broad daylight fraud? How many of Nigerians can boost of 24? How many of Nigerians can boast of 24-hour power supply? None. But this is the same Tinubu who told you that whatever means it takes, you are going to be getting 24 electricity power. And if you don't get it, do not vote for me. Are you getting it now? So Nigerians, you got to use, this is common sense. So he told you, he increased it now from 230 to almost 230 to 300%. That's what he's done, from 68 to 225 per kilowatt, 68 naira to 225 per kilowatt. Now, you then ask yourself, you are still paying for that, but you are not being given the electricity. Not the broad daylight fraud. Let me use the layman's language. So you yourself think somebody who boasted in his election campaign that by all means you are going to get electricity 24 hours, and if you don't get it, do not vote for me. So why are you wasting your time to support an agenda that has renewed, that said they were bringing hope to Nigerians? What is hope now? Is this hope or hopelessness? Nigerians, you make your choice now. It is hopelessness. Now, he also talked about insecurity. Now, as at yesterday, according to the Punch newspaper, now listen to this. Oh, this was yesterday. Today, it was cited that 177 adopted Kaduna worshippers, bandits sighted in transit. So they were seeing the bandit moving. Oh. Are you hearing? This is the Punch newspaper reporting. This is not church. This is not propaganda they give you. This is them now. This is the same people who told you that they were going to remove anything that had to do with insecurity. But this is quite funny. Now, some days ago, the Tinubu administration have just done something very wonderful. Nigerians don't know. Do you know that the Tinubu administration, they have to pay a U.S. lobby firm of about $9 million. $9 million. An initial payment, this is according to the Daily Post of Nigeria. The total contract was about $9 million. The initial payment was done on December 12, 2025, and that was about $4.5 million. So Nigerians, start taking your calculator now and use it to change it into naira and see how much they are paying. Now listen to this. So he said the second installment was 4.5 million, which will be due by this July 2026. So you gotta ask yourself, what was the purpose of this payment? Some of you who doesn't know lobby. Lobby means it's a way, it's another form of you have to go and bribe someone. They don't use it as bribe under political terms. They call it lobbying. So you pay for someone to kind of produce you push in your interest. What was the Tinubu's administration using this to do? They were trying to influence the US government, specifically the Trump administration, and key lawmakers regarding Nigeria insecurity so that it can bring a good image to them. Yes. So you then ask yourself, why you were busy suffering, Nigerians are suffering, being adopted, paying ransom. The Tinubu administration, instead of them to make sure that the section 14 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, 14B, which say that its primary objective is to secure lives and property. Instead of securing your life, he was basically using the money to pay a lobby firm to go and help him talk to Donald Trump that everything is good in Nigeria so they can portray a good image. So they are using you to play politics. Take senses.
How desperate.
That's what it is now. You see how this is how you can tell. This is according to the newspapers now. These are not like you go there and go and verify yourself. Because they can go there now.
It's already public domain already.
Exactly. That is, you know why? So Nigerians, some of them, they don't read. Some of them will just listen to one thing and just come and that's why some of them will come to this platform and come and talk rubbish. I call them rubbish. You don't know nothing. You will just be talking and confusing the Nigerians who are already gullible. A country that was labeled a particular concern, a CPC, country of a particular concern. As we speak now, all leaders are in Davos in Switzerland, trying to engage with world leaders and how to boost in their, economy, image, and everything. Trade deals. Our president was not seen. He sent vice president. Did you see the vice president there? Even Donald Trump even used our country to make instance and said he bombed the hell out of us. He didn't mention, Mr. Ogele, I told you here, when he did that thing, he never made mention of say I was in collaboration with the Nigerian government. Did he use it again? Did he use it again yesterday? He said we have actually bombed the hell out of them. So he's making mockery of our country. Some of these gullible, what they call it, their propaganda, whatsoever. This is they're going to tell you now that is in collaboration with Nigerian government. Have you ever heard from the United States, the president of the United States? Have you ever heard him using Nigeria in collaboration with the American government? Have you ever heard that? He used it yesterday. That is to tell you that is how incompetent we can be. Do you understand? Our leader can be. Today, as we speak, he never took away when he come back now. He has not been in Nigeria, which is the president. He has not been. So what are we talking about? It's about listening to different things and actually say, okay, what are we going to do to change this narrative? Now, let's look at how this insecurity has been trending. In 2023, when the Tinubu administration came, now the record was about 9,596 deaths recorded in 2023 under the insecurity. So 26 deaths per day, 26 deaths per day on average represents a total of about 9.87% increase compared to 2022. Now the source is if you want to get this, or go to Replico Metrics, it's Replico Nigerian. Now 500 deaths from terror attack in 2024, according to the Global Terrorist Index. Are you hearing it now? These are the same people who said they are trying to bring in the new hope, when they are bringing the new hopelessness. Kidnapping, the trend was in 2024. The kidnapping was about 138.99% in 2024 alone. So in December alone, it recorded about 708 deaths, 671 kidnappings, 674 security incidents. Now, long-term view. So we are now looking at the long-term view. So about 991,740 Nigerians killed due to insecurity over 13 years. Did they commit any crime? So instead of this president to be thinking of how to secure the lives and property.
I'm not kidnapping my sister. That's what we are discussing. We are discussing about the insecurity in Nigeria. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, instead of him to talk about how to secure the lives of Nigerians, this person is basically paying 9 million to a lobby firm in the United States to go and lobby and paint a good image of Nigeria to Donald Trump. Does that make sense? So you Nigerians that are actually abroad, actually soliciting for this failure and telling them that they are doing the right thing, especially what you are doing to your state governor now. Somebody who would give a convoy, Nigerian taxpayers' money, to a miscreant who lives in the United States, a miscreant, to come and tell you that the door is shiny. Does that not tell you that you got them? It means that we have nothing to write home about. Some of you are saying that this guy is doing something good. I'm telling you now, he's using the Nigerian taxpayers' money. Siren, played by a common security guard in America who does not even know his right from his left. He's being used by taxpayers' money with his own American girlfriend or whatever he calls him. the Edo taxpayers' money. And the Edo people are even happy and saying that is good. That is to tell you you have nothing to write home about. It's finished. And nobody is asking this government, what the hell are you portraying? What the hell are you portraying? Nigerians, you saw what happened in Rome the other day. You saw what happened in Ekoma. The same thing is still going on. This guy is basically going to bring somebody from the United States just to portray. It's exactly what the Tinubu is doing with Donald Trump. So how do you then call this a lobbyist? Somebody who is a miscreant, who does not even know his right from his left, who cannot even spell the word government. If you ask him now, he lives in the United States, he cannot spell the word government. Is the one being pulled by his American girlfriend with taxpayers' money with siren being, oh, come on. So we are now being seen as a banana republic. So how did the intelligence from the Edo people, where is it now? Where is it? I can see some social media miscreants. They are even saying, oh, he's enjoying, let him enjoy. Are you okay? But the place you are living, they don't have anything to do with this kind of miscreants. They cannot even come towards the corridors of power. They are now using Osadebe Avenue as where Agberus, tout, garbage out people who have no idea of how democracy works, who does not have an idea of how government works, and now using the Edo State House as a way where they said their they call it their propaganda or the nonsense ideology they call themselves. It's a pity. You can see how they have ridiculed, and now how do you then portray that thing? Is it an Egunta you want to go and tell Edo now, who has already known that Edo has? He said they sent talk. This is what he called a European ambassador who came to Edo during the Mowa attack, has written it on his own Twitter page to say, I was being welcomed by thugs. Do you know what that thing is going to be to us on the global stage? Do you think they will respect you? And the governor is there parading himself and said it's shiny. Then you cannot ask him questions. We are not acting like North Korea. But I also want to respond to somebody who claimed and said the military is good. Even if I criticize democracy, I am not a friend of military rule. Because some of you might not have an idea of what military rule were. I can remember in 1986 when Babangida 1989 when Babangida must go. Some of you didn't know. The military can be good in certain ways, but does not mean that these are what you call operation. That is, you must speak before, he said obey before complain. That's how they work. But in as much I criticize democracy, like I told you, the democracy we have today, it has been practiced by our forefathers, but you don't know. Let me take you back to how our forefathers played it. Even before democracy came to in Nigeria, do you know that our elders were already democratic in nature? They were already consulting each other in terms of ideas and policy making. You don't know? So when they take you to a village meeting, how do you think they judge it? Nobody just stand up and said, I found you this. They must consult others. What do you think is that? Consultation is what? It's part of the evidence of democracy. So which is it's already democratic. What did I tell you? How did the democracy came? It came from a Greek word. It said it's demos and kratia. It is the people's power. But when you have an institution being hijacked by hoodlums who call themselves rulers, criminals, this is the situation you find yourself. So democracy is the best form, but you have been hijacked. The institution has been hijacked. Whenever you criticize them, they come and this is what they come and tell you here. How many of them have you seen now? Let them come and challenge what I'm saying now with facts. They will not come. Do you know why? They are always afraid when you fact check them. Is it not here that somebody, instead of telling you the local government, how the local government is being handled, he was telling you tax? That is to tell you have no idea of how government works. You know, this person, instead of telling you how the local government, who actually audits the local government, he was telling you tax reform. He didn't, when you go with him to the tax, he can't even answer. That is to tell you the kind of people we are having in the corridors of power, and those who are trying to tell you that the institution is working fair. They have no idea. All this I'm telling you now, democracy doesn't work for us, it works for us. We then must then amend our constitution, which our constitution is a written document, like I always say. It needs a two-thirds majority. We need to start electing people who understand how the government works, how we can actually change that constitution that will suit into the kind of democracy we put into our system. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Israel, Mr. Chris, there is a video we are going to play now because what happened in Just, this is going to be our last topic for today. This Christian genocide we are still talking about, that Nigerian government is trying to deceive America. It happens also in Just, I think about 2 days ago. That Shehu Gumi that is parading himself, challenging Nigerian government, that the man is moving freely in the street of Nigeria. Shehu Gumi now become, it's like it's even more than the president. It was the one that was saying the other day, if they attack Boko Haram and bandits, Nigeria can go into war. And a man like that, DSS is not going after him. With the word the man is uttering. Even he said in Just Plateau that the people they are buried in Just Plateau, they are buried empty gasket. No human being. I'm going to show you a video today of what Pastor Ezekiel did. Those people that was being slaughtered by bandits again of recent, about 2 days ago, the man showed the video to the world. Shehu Gumi is nobody can question him. Tinubu just fold his hand. It's like Tinubu is afraid of him. DSS, other people that will talk against the government, DSS will go after them. Look at a man that was being deported from Saudi Arabia. A man Saudi Arabia rejected. They know the man is dangerous to the society. But Nigerian government accommodate him. They pamper him. It's not threatening the country. That if the government of Nigeria do not agree, and it's telling Nigerian government to go and dialogue with bandits and Boko Haram, bring them back to the society. He said we should bring them back into the government. It will not become a country of bandits and Boko Haram leaders. That's what Shehu Gumi is telling Nigeria. Let me go ahead and play this video so that listen to what happened in Just.
Anyone that you can offer. Open out. This is what the world is saying. The world is saying through Sheikh Gumi that we are burying empty cups. But these people, they are gone. It's not our tradition to open cups. But we have to do it to show the world. To show the fact that this is what is happening. In Jesus' name. Amen. Close it.
Chris, do you see? Is that not pathetic? In a country where we have a president, Christians are being slaughtered daily by daily. The same government went to go and lobby America because they think Trump is a stupid man. Trump knows what he's doing. Because what is good for Nigeria, let me tell you guys one thing, we should not deceive ourselves. These people they have already occupied the whole of the country. They are for the Christians. They are for the Christians. Because the certain part of Nigeria are maybe a little bit peaceful. Until then, when they come into the state, we will know. Nigeria should know we have no president, we have no leader. You are just on your own. When you wake up, thanks to God in your life. Anything can happen. These people, they never expect this day that will come early. They just come to their community and invade them and buy all of them for no reason. Because is it a crime to become a Christian? So, my brother, what's your take? And just wrap it up with this topic, the last topic today.
Yes, it's a very sorry situation. I sympathize with their family. I mean, they are so rest in peace. You see, I have always tell people we must be very careful about religion. And I wouldn't want to believe that they are saying Christian genocide. No, what you are seeing happening in the north, it doesn't call for a particular religion. No. The killings in the north is not restricted to Christians alone. It's both the Christian, the unbeliever, the believer, they are just destroying. The genocide does not respect any religion. So what they are doing, they are wreaking havoc, whether you are a man, a woman, a Muslim, Christian, and everything. But they just want to brand it, or probably the West want to intervene, courtesy of where they also belongs to, a Christian genocide. No, it goes beyond that. The Muslims are so victim. The traditional worshippers are so victim. Everybody is a victim so long as you live in that part of the country. You see, what you are seeing here is a sign that Nigeria does not have government. Because the essence of government is to protect lives and property. If we have a responsible government, not just one, not two, you consider they are lined up here. Their family will never be happy for the remaining days of their life. Looking at the circumstances already, the death of their loved ones, be laid to rest in this kind of situation. So I think our government need to sit down and ask themselves what is going on. These guys wrecking this havoc, they are within the territory of Nigeria. They use our internet, they use all kinds of system that is within our locality. And yet the government have not been able to track them and look for them, if need be, nail them to the cross of Calvary. But the government is so relaxed and comfortable about it because it is not their turn yet. But one thing I also believe, there's always a state of nature. You can't permit this kind of evil and go home sleep. One day to also get to your turn. I remember a former chief of air staff, let me not just mention name, well secured with his retirement guys and the rest of them. But the day he was going to die, he died in the hand of just a non-entity. But if the society is well packaged security-wise, that situation would have before him. Because what they see is now, they don't see tomorrow. A responsible government, when you see a situation like this, you don't need a pastor or a man to tell you, wake up, that there is fire on the mountain. When enemy terrorized the then Bender state, the government didn't waste time, both at the federal level, at the state level. The whole of them swung into action until enemy was brought to his knee. The state now went back to peace they used to enjoy. Unlike what we are having now, the government of today have not been able to arrest this situation. And this is an election year. When you engage any of the aspirants, how do you tend to solve this problem of insecurity? They don't have an answer. What you are hearing them talking is English. They're just speaking English. They want to tell you I have PhD. We're not talking about your PhD. How can you make use of the office that will be given to you if you are given the opportunity to serve a certain office? What can you do to protect lives and property? They cannot give you answer. They cannot give you answer. So I think I welcome the United States of America. They should come. Nigerians, I said, they want to come and take our crude oil. Let them take the crude oil. There are some Europe don't have crude oil. They have peace. Let them take the crude oil away, and so that Nigeria can have peace again. The civil war, Nigeria civil war, didn't last to the level this insecurity have lasted now. You can quantify the region in the eastern region then, and the federal government. It took some time before peace was restored back to the entire country. And the war was just between the eastern region and part of the then former midwestern region. It didn't get to somewhere around Ogun State and the rest of them. It was between Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, some of this region. That is where the war operated. At the appropriate time, the government was able to bring it to a control. Unlike what we have today, even while there was no technology then, the government was able to manage the situation. Unlike what we have today, this situation has been there since 1999 and is still here. The government is struggling with it and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. There was a kind of, they call it medicina, I don't know what they call them. They were operating within Nigeria. The man who led the troop to dislodge, I think the man just passed on not quite long now. He's a man I know so well. You understand? If they can stop that then in the 80s, what stop the government of doing same now? We have better technology. Even if we don't have, there are countries that is willing to offer this technology to us in exchange of the so-called crude oil that is creating the problem. And Nigeria have never made an attempt. From 1999 to date, the government is not making any attempt to solve the problem of insecurity of this country. Because if they are making an attempt, we would have been seeing some relief. In the days of Jonathan, it was more complex and more serious. The Western country, they were involved. Some parts of the country, they went to the US and had a meeting, preventing the government of Jonathan from accessing some of these weapons that will help protect lives and property. We heard a private jet was intercepted in one of the African countries. They were not carrying live money because there was already a sanction placed on Nigeria when it comes to arms and ammunition. No country was willing to do business with Nigeria. Who were those responsible? The Western country were the one responsible. They were like a man who probably there is two fighting. You were trying to separate the fight, but what the Western country were doing, they were trying to aid and abet the insecurity in Nigeria. What was the essence of South Africa in pounding that aircraft then? Even with our local currency or even with the so-called Western currency, what was the essence? Nigeria was born in Nigeria was on fire. It was nobody's business. You will hear the Western country, they were very good in propaganda. You see them in most of these, they are big media, they are talking. They never come and act for a second. First time, the government of the United States strike. But we are still waiting, even while they have strike now. In fact, it has escalated. It didn't solve the problem. Nigeria security agents should sit down and ask themselves, how do we solve this problem? They are not doing anything. The reason is that our security personnel, they are not being trained. They are not trained for the job they are doing. Oh, probably he just left the school after 1 year, 2 years, there's no job. It's the only available job I can, let me just go for it. And he's just there. What is just after how much do I earn at the end of the month? So the real core reason why he's into that job is not being delivered to the people. It's not being delivered. It can be as worse as what used to happen in Niger Delta. That is Creek, one of the most difficult terrain to operate in Nigeria. A layman does not operate in Niger Delta because of the nature of the terrain. But the government was able to bring it to a control because there was no external forces. When I say external forces, the issue in the northeast and some part of the country, there's external influence firing the situation there. That is helping the situation there. Ordinarily, these guys, they are like a moron. How dare them making use of certain technology? Ordinarily, an idiot cannot make use of, because technology is what is powering them. Technology is what is encouraging what they are doing right there in the northeast and some parts of the country in the middle belt today. If they don't have the idea, if there is no trained personnel operating some of the devices they are using, it will work. They can track where the Nigerian army is, but the Nigerian army cannot track where they are. Is that not a shame? 21st century, of all the money that is being budgeted for defense, what are they using the money for? Does it mean when the budget comes, the money just went into the thin air? They don't make use of this money? 60 something years of independence, we don't have a place we can manufacture our local weapons that can help monitor some of this situation. There are a lot of brains graduating from Nigeria University. They don't have job. They are just wasting away on the streets. I weep for this country. I don't know where they are taking this country to. If the government of Nigeria then can bring the Biafra under control, then what stop the government? The people fighting the entire Nigeria today, they are not up to a local government. They are not up to a local government. And there is external forces aiding and abetting them. Nigeria have not been able to do their tracking to know where these are coming from. There are a lot of things you see online. Certain countries, some individuals that we name were being mentioned, business and the rest of them, they were being mentioned. But why is the government not acting? Obasanjo said something in one of his videos. I think it was in the church or something like that. He said, now, compared to our days, we have better technology. If Jacob is the one responsible for destroying Nigeria, bringing unrest to Nigeria, there is a way the government can eliminate them. When the government kill, nobody asks the government who killed this person. We saw what happened to General Soleimani right in the Iraqi airport. We saw what happened. They have technology, they have manpower that could protect him, but that device came and singled him out. He was killed right at the airport. You know, in any international airport, you always have an Air Force base very close. He was killed right at the airport and nothing happened because a higher authority, a higher power, a higher authority came to carry out that action. But the government of Nigeria have not been able to act in their own little way. When you discover that James Watt is the one doing it, there are technology that can single out James Watt even while he's in the marketplace. The government has refused to do. The reason is that these people and the government, they have something in common. The case of Wadome, we hear the case of Wadome again. Uromima was involved among those intelligence officers who went to fish out Wadome. Wadome said he worked for the government of the day. He also indicted the government. While they were taking him somewhere, a group of some officers also came and opened fire. The Uromima, that brain, waste away. And today, nothing to, probably they will call the family and give them 2 million. That is the end of the man's life. No insurance, nothing. So when you see a country who is not ready to protect you, the white man will always say self-preservation is the first law of nature. If you are telling me to go to war, you must prepare all the gadgets that will prevent me from injury before I go to war. If you don't have those gadgets that will prevent me from injury, when the emergency comes, I can even throw away my AK-47 and decamp to their side. That is the situation of the Nigerian armed forces today. Where is the DSS? They can go after a politician who stole money. If you can track a politician who stole money, what's stopping from tracking a criminal terrorizing the country? When a politician steals, where the economy will heal very soon. But when there is an insecurity, it will take probably another 4 generations before the economy can heal, or before that society can heal. The North will never be the same again. The Northerner, the whole of the North, whether the big, the small, the rich, and the poor, the whole of them have been traumatized. They are no longer a normal human being. When you take them to a psychiatric, they will tell you something is wrong with them. And the government have deliberately refused to act in their own little way. America is coming. There's a whole lot of controversy about America. I know there is politics. There is politics. Yes, there is politics. The government of the day have refused and deliberately refused to act. Tinubu will not tell Nigeria he's not aware of what is happening in Nigeria. From 1999, if there's any man that have been so desperate, if there's any man that be so desperate to become the president of this country, who ordinarily the people thought he would be able to solve the problem, I think it was Tinubu, but he has failed woefully. He failed woefully. Yes, he failed woefully. Security situation is even worse in his time now. The Northerners thought the government of Jonathan will last forever. They did everything to truncate that government. But today, Jonathan is enjoying his peace. They will never know peace again. Tinubu promised Nigeria he was going to do XYZ. One would have expected that Tinubu will immediately swing into action and come at this miscreant, this idiot, and take them to the pit of hell. They are not doing anything, because when you arrest XYZ, somebody is going to put a call at and tell him, let him go. If a man who plot a coup, a military coup, and probably the coup fail, what is the option? Is firing squad. Yes, Gideon Oka, Major Gideon Oka, we saw the way the government of Nigeria killed him. Boka Sogadinka, we saw the way the government of Nigeria killed him. And just mention them, we saw the way the government of Nigeria destroyed the whole of them. Why can't the government pass such a decree? Let it be a military law. I heard Israel talking about his own in support of military. Yes, you live in a civilized society where the rule of law operates, where the law individual respect the right of their individual, where the government protect the lives and property everywhere. But unlike what we have here, in the days of military, let me tell you, my brother, there is no part of this country I have not been to. Ogele is aware. My father took us around the whole of Nigeria. We were never hurt one day. But can you do that today? You can't travel. You can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. David Mark, former Senate president, I think he was the minister for communication then. He constantly come to my community. He knows my in-law. I don't want to get to mention that name. He constantly come to my community because one of his agencies was from my community. And he was my in-law. He constantly come to my community, even with no security, even while he was a minister. Yeah. When you ask David Mark now, he can close his 2 eyes and drive down to my community. Okay, you are well. You are
Yes.
aware. So what am
Yes.
I talking about? We never saw him there with military in the streets in my community. He just come like normal, every normal civilian, and he drive go. You understand? Today, I don't know what the government of all the budget that is being made, money allocated, they got both within and outside the shores of this country to boost our security situation, but yet we are not getting the desired results. I think we need to work on ourselves. The government of Nigeria need to wake up, and Nigeria must wake up. There is a problem, there's fire on the mountain. This is an election year. 1 million per voter is not enough to buy your conscience. It's not enough. When a man give you 1 million in an emergency situation, that money cannot pay your bill. That money cannot even pay your rentage for 1 year. Now, why are you collecting that money? Vote for a man that has vision. Vote for a man that has a mission. Vote for a man that can protect your lives. Nigeria is a problem. INEC is creating problem for this country. Judiciary, they are creating problem for this country. I don't know where they are taking this country to. I don't know. It's already late in the night now. Nobody walk. The Bible says, walk while it is day. When the night comes, no man walk it. Nobody walk in the street of Benin now because everybody seems to be under fear. Though, especially those who live in the extension. Once it is 5 o'clock, they're already indoor. Nobody goes out again. Houses are fenced almost about 10 feet. Why? Because they are afraid. They don't even trust the next neighbor. They don't know what might happen next. So I think the government of Nigeria, the problem we have with politicians, they will never attend a town hall meeting. They will never attend a town hall meeting. They will not. They will not. My constituency. Now their name I'll tell you leader. I hear some people want contest for my constituency. For my ward, they want contest. Now, you guys have been in the government since 1999. Those little boys with intelligent brain, with vision in their head, we are not support them. After I don't do commissioner for more than 5 times, as soon as they go government again, me and they come that road will not try. Una go complete them because me and they come for una. Una no fit destroy this country. Me I know they come on office, so I know they come. If Ogelena, my brother, if he come Nigeria. If you not tell me say come there, I know they go in house. And I don't go tell them say come give me money, say we never pay school fees. If I pay, I pay. If I not pay, life goes on. When they get to the time, God will pay that school fees. So I know they come on our office. That evil way now they do, I think it will stop now. We not want to make share money, more provide infrastructure, provide basic way go make life sweet, make everybody get relief. There is fire on the mountain. There is fire on the mountain. People are running helter-skelter. People cannot take care of themselves any longer. There is problem everywhere. Government is not willing. Government is not willing. So I don't know how we are going to get the rightful people, and you might not know them. Why they are campaigning, they are very humble. They use the sweetest language anybody never use for life. They go use that. It be like who they toast girl, not go fight. You go humble himself. Once you don't see that girl, you come become the lions and the tiger. That is their situation. The man who represented Orion Wanuhuo there, the only time we had a good representative, though it was even for his own selfish pocket, that was the time of Osagi. That was the only time we saw Unhuo there, Orion was vibrating. The man who took over from Osagi, the man just went there. I think he was the deputy chairman or chairman House Committee on Interior. Ask him how many people enter Navy or in place. How many people join Air Force? How many people enter some of this military and paramilitary work? How many of them? He not put them. He not put them. When my younger brother called him, please, oh, I need your assistance. So he said, you are from where? He said, I'm from a certain ward like this. He said, no. He said, no, go help you now. He said, I not vote for him. He said, I not vote. He said, no, go help you now. But today, by the grace of God, God has helped the young man. The biggest ship in Africa, he said he was the most educated person. He was once a lecturer. He did everything within his power. He's even no longer at the shores of this country. He did a very nice job, even without the support of his own representative. When he was in their training center, the northern boys who came were introducing him to their government. They were telling him, free, come to NDA. Free, come to NDA. He was the only person that was taken in our local government. The father is not a senator. The mother is not a senator. Now, where I sit down, so I sit down. I wrote a letter to the presidency. I'm proud of it. I wrote a letter to the presidency when they saw my letter because they withheld there was no paper attached to it, probably from the governor, from the traditional ruler. I personally wrote a letter.
Yes.
Within 24 hours, his name was released. And by the grace of God, he got the job today. He's thanking God wherever he is. That is the country in Nigeria we are living. If you don't have somebody at your back, be the best brave. They will push you aside. You go and struggle. And sometimes, if you are not careful, you will get injury. Now, that country that we did, Nigeria.
Thank you, my brother Chris. Thank you very much for your illustration. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mr. Israel, can you use just 5 minutes to wrap it up?
Okay. Thank you very much. I always like the passion of Mr. Chris, and it just shows that, these are the people we want to see criticizing government of the day. First of all, my thoughts and goes to the Nigerians who were being buried, and I can see that. There's a lot of videos with me. I normally get this video because I'm being sent to by Concerned Nigeria. We are Concerned Nigerians. And they were not meant to be, they were not born into Nigeria to be unalived like that. Some of you saw it, how that is a mass grave. Mass grave. And they open it to tell Sheikh Gumi, who is actually telling them that they are liars. The fact is that you asked a question just now, but did this Nigeria commit a crime to be born in Nigeria? Did they commit a crime to be unalive like that without nothing? No. And some of these Nigerians who actually went through Libya, suffered and for greener pasture, they are the same people, myopic mind, still telling the people in Nigeria that they don't know what they are saying, that this government and that they have so-called governors that they put or whatever so they put in are doing well. And you can imagine, but where they live, they have protection, they have 24-hour power supply, they have everything. And you see, there's karma. Karma, the way karma works, exactly what is happening now. History is about to repeat itself. That is what is just happening. Now, if you look at a failed state, Mr. Chris, if you just put it, just type it and said, what are the characteristics of a failed state? And you will understand Nigeria fits in all the box.
Absolutely.
Okay? So this is why I told you that when you say that I don't want a military regime, I know what I'm saying. I am enjoying the dividends of democracy because I want also Nigerians to feel the same. Because the right of you talking right now is as a result of what is called democracy has given to you. But if you are living within the military era, it's obey before complain. We knew what happened. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As much as we can see the advantages, but you have to also look at the greater disadvantages of what military rule entails. You understand? You were there during the Babangida must go. You saw the lives of Nigerians that actually was unalived. And these are what we're saying. Because the reason why you have a democracy you have today in Nigeria is actually like a torture to Nigerians is because hoodlums, sycophants have hijacked today the democracy we have. Look at what happened in Edo. That is to tell you, broad daylight, somebody was paraded on the street. Thereby a governor pinned his mouth. This is somebody that said he is the chief security of the state. So what was your aim? Up till now, did he speak about that thing? That is to tell you that all these things are what we degenerate into this kind of chaos.
Exactly.
Then the number two, then another government comes in, he portrays the same image. You cannot make what right. We need to actually tell them that the rule of law must stand and you must know your duty. Now, how did Nigeria came to this whole thing? First of all, I have to break it into circle myself. One is the weak governance structure we have. I've always told you that without an institution, you are going to see. Yes.
It's like Mr. Timothy Osere with the Commissioner of Police in Edo State. He's supposed to be here today. Look at him. So, Mr. Timothy, he's the current Commissioner of Police in Edo State.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm going to call him later. I don't know what the conversation he was having with him.
You see, This is what democracy entails. This is exactly what I'm telling you. For citizens to be able to see their police officers, because police officers are supposed to be the people maintaining law and order. What happened that day with Pedro Obaseki? Would you call that law and order?
No.
In a democratic society? This is the problem. And even the commissioner was just making mouth, turning things upside down. Is that supposed to be a norms in a democratic system?
A lady that Shaba brutalized.
Exactly.
Do you know what happened? Somebody that was being beaten mercilessly now become accuser. I don't really understand the nation, the kind of.
It's a failed state. Can you then beat up somebody?
Even now, do you know they sued that girl to court for defamation of character? They were attempting to murder a human being. You see how they go to go and take lawyer to go and defend what? What are you going to defend? This is something I was ashamed when I read it. When the guy was
this is what we are saying. Mr. Chris, you can now see, number one, you are a lecturer. You should know what I'm saying. You have weak governance structure. Example of what he just gave to you, that I gave to you. Somebody paraded. Now look at it. You see, in the north alone, northeastern alone, we have 7.8 million people required humanitarian assistance. 7.8 million. This is the same person. This is the same people who are paying 9 million for lobbyists to portray their name as good name. Then you have 7.8 million people required. Some of them are in IDP camps. This is a country that said they want to give you renewed hope. You understand that there's a problem. The government have been somebody you abuse an individual. You went to court and you are trying to then frame the person that is defaming your name. Does that make sense?
Do you have a name for it?
Now,
for the whole bruises that lady
exactly.
Without video alone, that was supposed to be in jail.
Exactly.
Police invited him. He refused to answer police.
Exactly. See? And the same person is going to court. He wasn't declared wanted. He wasn't arrested. If he was a normal person now on the street that is not close to the corridors of power, they'll get him arrested immediately. So that is sort of oppression. Then number two, you have poor security sector performance. Is that not what we are seeing now? Mr. Chris, I want you to start ticking the box so you know where I'm coming. Are we not having poor security performance now? A police officer that is supposed to maintain law and order is now taking the accused into custody. He's not taking the person who is already the victim into custody. Meanwhile, you who actually beat up somebody, you went to court and you are not taking the person to court. You were the same person who assaulted. Oh my God. So this is what we're talking about. So every security agency overstretched and undermine the long-standing structural problem.
Let me just come in here. You see, Nigerian lawyers should be ashamed of themselves.
Exactly.
There are some cases you need to attend. This is a case of a lady that was being brutalized in a hotel in Nigeria. The videos are out there. Now you still go ahead and say defamation of character. What are you going to present in the court of law? Without video alone, if this is abroad, that lawyer can lose his license. He can lose his license. What are you defending?
It depends on the
like this?
It depends on the person who has actually been beaten, what the lawyer is going to argue in court. You see, there's a problem. That's what I was telling you that when I was telling Mr. Chris that when the institution has been hijacked by hoodlums, all these you see them, you already seen them in Edo, parading themselves as comrades. I told you, I'm ashamed when some of them call themselves comrade. Do you understand what? I can't even call myself a comrade. I can't even do that. You know what the meaning of comrade means? People who merit comrade are people like Julius Nyerere of Tanzania. I've told you here. People like Nelson Mandela, Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia. These are then Thomas Sankara. These are people you can tell that they are comrades. Not those sycophants calling themselves comrade. Let's go. Number three.
Those are comrades.
Exactly. Then you have erosion of public trust. That's number three. The reason is that Communities that relied on governance for protection now turn to themselves for non-state actors. Is that not what I told you now? Is that not what I told you?
Yeah.
So when you now have people who are supposed to be protected by governance, they see that there is a failure in the system. They now turn themselves to non-state actors to say, come and help me. Is that not a very benchmark of a characteristic of a failed state?
Absolutely.
So what are we talking about? So number 5 is the insecurity undermining democracy. Is that not what we have now? Is that not what we have? You see, in as much as we are going to portray, Nigeria is going to portray themselves and go and tell Donald Trump, whatever, or whatever it is, it doesn't change what is on the ground.
Absolutely. It will never. It
doesn't change what, that is why I'm telling Nigerians, you that is actually living in abroad, you are calling yourself, you are actually telling the people, telling you, anytime you see all these Agberus and all these non-state actors, you'll be saying, my leader, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that's the slogan here, my leader. When you see here,
you should be ashamed of yourself and look at yourself. Some of you, 7.9% of you went through Libya, and you know what you went through. What was your reason of you leaving your country to seek for greener pastures? And you then turn around and you are even enjoying that greener pasture. You turn around and those people who are your oppressors are now being called your leaders. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's just unfortunate, Mr. Ogile, like I earlier told you, for us to have a proper democracy in Nigeria, we need to change a lot of things. You see, they will tell us, you hear them coming out, they don't want to provide solution. If you are expecting solution from me to a government that does not understand his left from his right, you are using a 4-step ladder to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
Wahala.
Which you know you will never get to the top. So don't expect my solution to come. I cannot come and use, school is not a scam. Okay? School is not a scam. I know the reason I went to school. Mr. Chris, you can tell. It's not a scam. So if you expect me to be giving the solution to the government you have portrayed, who does not understand this right from you, like I told you, you will be swimming in that kind of poverty like that of the Bermuda Triangle. I bet you for that.
Absolutely.
Unless I can talk to people who understand, who I can dialogue with and give proper instruction, and bet you, let me let you be clear. If Mr. Chris or Mr. Ogile is in the corridors of power today, I will be the first person to be criticizing them. So have it at the back of your mind, or maybe some of you will be hearing me and say, let's look for something and come and give to this guy. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time, because enough is enough. Like I always tell you here, when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. So this is where I will draw the curtain today. So don't expect a solution from me. You have people who said they want to go there and change X, Y, and Z. Today we are in comatose. Until we learn it, as the very dark man said, we will learn it the hard way. Then you will understand that it is time for us to rise up and say no to oppression. And we will stand for that. And that is why we are giving you. I'm only here to come and lecture you, because you cannot go to a doctor and the doctor will just say, take this medication. He must tell you, and you must tell him what is the problem. And that is why I'm telling you the problem. It's up to you to then find the remedy. Thank you very much, Mr. Ogile, for having me. And thank you, Mr. Chris. I always love to be with you guys.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Chris, thank you for coming today, my brother. God bless you. I really appreciate you. God bless you, my brother. Tell the audience before you log out, just tell them, so that I'm going to log out now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of our viewers all over the world. Thank you so much. Keep on sharing our program. Share it to the president, share it to the governor, share it to the senator, share it to Nigerians wherever they are, whether in the Mississippi, Pacific, India, wherever, share it to them. We are out for the government of the day. We are not fighting the government. We just want to tell them to do what is right, so that collectively we will all start to gain from the goodness of this country. Thank you, and wish you all a good night rest. Bye for now.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah.